Good afternoon, everyone. I am your host, Luther. I'm extremely excited. This is going to be my first episode introducing my show. I want you to prepare yourself as I give you the raw, uncut, unbiased sports facts. And as we dig into other various topics as well, politics, culture, music, all of the above. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering into Unapologetic Athletics. First order of business, just NFL preseason recap. New England Patriots, they shut out Philly at home 35-0. Given it's only preseason, but we got some recognition. Shout out to my man Cam Newton, alma mater. He played at the JUCO that I went to, Blinn College. Cam Newton threw for 8 out of his 9 pass attempts for 103 yards and 1 TD. But I want to focus on New England's first draft round pick, Mac Jones. Out of his 19 attempts, he completed 13 with 146 yards. That is very impressive to me. I just incredible to come out to be drafted by New England and to come out and throw 146 yards. But given he didn't throw any TDs, but that is still telling. 146 yards without any TDs. Imagine if this was an actual game against Philly. So congratulations to Mac Jones and New England and company. Next order of business. Sad but breaking news in the sports world. This is from 2006, so this is a murder investigation from 2006. 15 years in the making, a family finally gets closure to what happened to their son, Bryan Pata. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He played for the Miami Hurricanes in 2006. And for 15 years, they found out just recently who murdered Bryan, and it was his own teammate, Rashawn Jones. Arrest was made a day ago. If you all can, pray for the family and of the loved ones. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of killing going on. But so sad. But I am grateful the family finally got closure. With that being said, I'm gonna just stay on that topic of worldly topics. I try not to watch the news, but it's tough. You know, it pops up over our DMs on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But I'm sure we have seen what happened in Afghanistan, where the U.S., we pulled out our troops and the Taliban have now taken over Afghanistan. It's just really, it's really sad. I don't like politics, but when it comes to topics like this, I get really sensitive. It's just tough. It's a tough world we live in. But the key is to not let it affect our happiness. Let's keep it going. I also want to get you all involved as well. So if you have any questions, comments, or even sports video highlights, even topics that would align with what I talk about, please, I want you to tweet at me at baby_Vandross92 at Twitter. So the next episode, I can address your comment, your questions, or highlights as well. So please like, subscribe. Again, that's baby_Vandross92. With that, we're gonna go on to we're gonna go back into football a little bit. Some games to watch tonight, which is very interesting. It's going to be the Chiefs at the Cardinals. Again, this is all preseason. Chiefs at the Cardinals tonight, and the Bengals at Washington. I'm excited to see to watch some highlights to see how that plays out. But as promised before, I wanted to give some recognition to the WNBA as well. I'm a man of equality. I want equal rights, and I believe, for me, this is just me, as a sports fanatic, if I want to watch fun, see fun, I'm going to watch NBA basketball. But if I want to learn the fundamentals of the game, I'm going to watch women's basketball. And people believe that since there's no dunking and it's not fast-paced, things like that women basketball is not entertaining. Well, if you go into that mindset, if you go in watching women's basketball with that mindset, you are absolutely correct. It's not going to be entertaining. I went to a JUCO, Blinn College in Brenham, Texas, to where I got to cheer on the women's basketball team. And basketball is an art. Watching women's basketball, you see the art, the fundamentals, the passing, the dribbling. And not to go off topic, but I want to reel it in. A game to watch is the WNBA. It's going to be the Storm at Liberty, and you can actually watch that on Prime Video. I just found that out moments ago. You could tune into that on Prime Video. I think I might watch that tonight. That's going to be interesting. Again, I am a man that I like to address topics that nobody wants to talk about. Mental health is something that is not addressed a lot, especially in the Black community. But interesting, I came up on an article earlier this week where Brett Favre, he came out and he suggested, Hall of Fame Brett Favre for the Green Bay Packers, he came out and he said kids should not be playing tackle football until 14 years old. I have to say I agree with that. And why I agree with that is because this is going back to mental health. We see CTE come up in professional football and college football, and now it's at a high school level too, to where athletes they'll fake concussion protocol just to play a game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here. As much as I love sports and the game of sports, when it comes to your mental health and your body, and I'm very passionate about sports, it's not worth it. Your mental health comes first and foremost, as much as we love the game. But I got to agree with Brett Favre on this one. I would say 14, that's a good age. That's about freshman age, but I would go and say about 8th grade. I wouldn't let my child, if I had children, I wouldn't let my child play till about 8th grade. So tweet at me whether you agree or disagree at baby_Vandross92, and I'll address those topics as well. Again, we're gonna talk about culture. I am a big, not only am I a big sports fan, but I am a big music and art. Like, there's the deep love. And last night, I found out the point guard for the Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard, he just released the album last night at midnight. His stage name is Dame Dollar, and the title of his album is called Different on Levels the Lord Allowed. And I recommend that you all check it out. I haven't heard it yet, but there are some features. He's got some features on there with some artists that I really dive into. So that should be really interesting. Another underground artist that I listen to is Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd is an upcoming artist. Along with Damian Lillard, he released an album at midnight, and it's called Trip at Night, and he's got some really good features. I am going to check those two albums out this weekend. Again, if you all listen to the albums before me, tweet at me. Tell me what you think, man. I am as big as a music junkie. I am a sports junkie. I am the same. It goes the same for music. I have a deep love for music. Speaking of which, I just uploaded my first video of me covering Stevie Wonder's Lately. Like and subscribe to that video. Tell me what you think. DM me if you want to see me cover. I'm by no means I'm not a professional singer. I just love to sing. I always grew up singing. My family has a history of music. And to end on, to go over that note, to find that, you can log on to my YouTube channel, Luther_no_Vandross, aka Baby Vandross. Not only will I be doing covers, but I will be launching some original poetry that I wrote. Poetry and spoken word. Going back to mental health, how I deal with my mental health, I write poetry. Like all of the music that I listen to, it influences my poetry. I logged off of social media. The only reason why I'm doing this social media thing is because there's so much bad in the world. I wanted to do some good with social media. And so here I am. I want to present my poetry to you all. It's deep. It makes you think. It's going to make you think. But please, but to end this show, and how I can improve, I accept feedback, like improvement. I want comment, DM me, subscribe to me. Tell me how I can improve on this show, what things you want to hear, what are some topics you want to hear. I'm excited to keep working with you all and keep you all posted. So I always had this goal in college to start my own sports show, but here I am. It's actually taken off. But tune in again this weekend. And before I cut out of here, again, high school football is starting up tonight. So I'm actually broadcasting out of Indiana. So good luck to all the high school football teams. You know, Pike, who else is out there? Tech, Warren. Shout out to y'all. All of the above. May the best teams win. I enjoy high school football because you get to see prospect athletes that could have potential in the NCAA and going into the NFL. I am your host. Luther, aka Baby_Vandross 92. And this is the first episode of Unapologetic Athletics. See you next time.